everybody, welcome back. I apologize for being gone for so long. Today I'm going to talk about why I've been gone, give you guys a little bit of a update, I guess, of what's going on with me, and I'll show you my stitching progress because I know a lot of you have been dying to see that. What I want to talk about is probably going to take a while because we all know that I like to talk. If you don't want to know what's going on with me, I can link, there's the stitching progress stuff. Just click there and then you can go right to that. I feel like what's going on with me is going to take me away from YouTube a lot. I know that I haven't been consistent with videos lately, and then at the end of last year I'm like, I'm gonna start making videos consistently, and I did really well with 3 or 4 videos in a row, and I just dropped off the face of the earth again. But I have a lot of medical problems again, so let's talk about that. So I know you guys know that I've been unwell for a long time, but then last year I started to get a little bit more of a hold on how I felt, and I started to lose weight, and I kept the weight off. I lost 70 pounds, and I was very active, and it was good. I was doing very well. But around November of this year, last year, not this year because we haven't had November this year yet, I started to feel really, really bad. I got a lot of bad joint pain, back pain, knee pain, hip pain. I was still trying to exercise, and when I did that, it was just excruciatingly painful, but I tried to push through it. Just a lot of not feeling well. So all through the winter, I kept saying to my husband and everybody else around me, I feel especially shitty this winter. I can't function. I'm not well. And everybody pretty much told me it's because we're having a really bad winter. And we did have a really bad winter here. I know if you live on the East Coast, pretty much everywhere except probably Florida, you had a bad winter too. But I live in the Northeast, and I know New England had it worse, but we had it bad. It was very cold and very snowy. I think every freaking Saturday or Sunday we got 7 to 10 inches of snow. It was terrible. But I knew my body and I knew something was not right. So around the end of January, I began to have really bad problems with my joints. My knees and hips especially, and then my hands. And I knew something was wrong. I started to get really bad swelling in my hands and kind of growths on my fingers and numbness in my hands. So I'm like, okay, well that's not right. Something's going on. Maybe I have Lyme's disease, because we have a lot of Lyme's around here. I think everybody who lives in New Jersey, especially in the woods where I live, we live in the woods, knows somebody with Lyme's, or knows 3 or 4 people with Lyme's. I'm related to people who have Lyme's, but or who have had Lyme's. So I'm thinking maybe it's Lyme's, and I always say that to people, I think I have Lyme's disease, and it's not that they blow me off, but I have been unwell for so long that they just think that it's oh no, you have fibromyalgia and you just don't feel good because it's winter. So I kind of got convinced of that too, and I'm like, yeah, maybe, I'll go to the doctor at my 6-month checkup and talk to him about it then. So in that time frame, when I'm waiting to go at the end of February to the doctor's, my hands are so bad. It's to the point that I wake up every morning and my hand is like this, and I can't open it without real effort. And when I do, my joints are popping, and it started in this hand, so I'm showing you this hand. And the joints are popping, and it's painful at night to sleep. I get woken up with knee pain to the point that I can't move them, and pain in my hips. I can't sleep on my sides, and it's just horrendous. So of course I wait till the end of the month at my checkup to go to the doctors, because I don't like going to the doctor. I think I have kind of trust issues with doctors because I've been blown off kind of for so long about what's wrong, because when you have problems like I do from a car accident, it's kind of they don't know if, they can feel that I have problems. I do have nerve damage and all that, but they kind of think that, unless you have the pain yourself, they don't know how bad it is, and they probably think that I'm more sensitive than other people, but I don't know. I might be just, I've been blown off a lot by doctors saying, there's nothing we can do, take these pills, this is your life. You know, and that's shitty. So when something else comes up, I'm kind of like, I'll mention it in my next checkup. So I get to the doctor, and by then my knuckles are purple and my fingertips are just, I can't feel anything in my tips, and it's bad. So he comes in and he's like, oh, your blood work was okay, because every 6 months I have to have blood work because I have an underactive thyroid condition and I'm on all sorts of medications for fibromyalgia. So they check your blood work, and I say, hey, you know, look at my hands. My knuckles are, there's growths on my knuckles and my fingertips are numb. And he looks at my hand and he's just like, wow, you know? He's like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And he looks at it and he goes, that looks like inflammatory arthritis. And he's like, for someone your age to have arthritis is just really rare. I'm gonna run tests. And he said, in the meantime, you need to get a hold of the rheumatologist because it looks like, you know, you might want to see him. He didn't say why. He said it might, well, yeah, he did. He said it looks like an autoimmune problem. I could show you. They're not bad today, as bad as they can get, but you can see all on the, it's like, I call this my strong hand, like from that, this is my strong hand or my monster hand, but it gets worse than this when it flares, and it flares like in the morning, it's really bad, and then if I do something for a long time and then I stop, it gets really red, my hands do, and lately it's been this joint and this joint that's acting up, and this joint on this hand and this joint on this hand, but this one's not as bad, like you can't really see, but over here is where it's starting on this hand. So I can't go see the rheumatologist until March 30th because he's out of the country. He's a foreign doctor, but he's going to visit family, so I'm like, ugh. And I didn't want to go see another rheumatologist because I like my rheumatologist, so, you know, I wait to see him. In the meantime, I'm stitching, but I'm having a really hard time with it because I can't feel my fingertips, and it's hard to hold on to needles with your tips when you can't feel them. And my hands get crampy when I stitch, and it's just not fun. And so I actually started paper crafting because it's a little easier, and painting watercolor more because it's a little easier. Watercolor painting is a little more forgiving than other painting, as you just drop color in and let it spread. And you can make a little more mistakes in that, so if you have arthritic hands, it's kind of easier, I don't know. I go to the rheumatologist and he looks me over and does all sorts of things to me, like pull on all of my limbs, and pretty much all of the joints that I show him. I have like 2, 4, 6, all the joints in my toes, joints in my hands, so I have like multiple joints that are affected with inflammatory arthritis. But the blood test that the doctor ordered all came back negative for rheumatoid arthritis and lupus and whatever he ordered. So the rheumatologist is like, it doesn't mean that you don't have these problems, but it's really hard to diagnose somebody if it's in the real early stages. Sometimes it's not. I'm going to give you steroids, and usually if they work for it, it's an inflammatory autoimmune disease. If they don't, it's some kind of other sickness and you need antibiotics. So let's just start that off. I took the steroids and they worked, oh my God, so well, and I felt so good, but I was only on them for 2 weeks, and they worked when I was on 3 pills a day, which was a high dose. But they did turn me into a psycho because steroids are really, really bad drugs to take. They give you really bad mood swings. They make you want to eat everything. I was smart though because I knew steroids. The last time I had them, I was injected with them into my neck. They make you gain weight because they make you want to eat everything. So I had a lot of healthy snacks around the house. Like I planted them on the counter so I could be like, nom, nom, nom. But anyways, I didn't gain weight, thank God, on them. But I turned into a psychotic bitch, to be frank. And, you know, but they helped. But then when I started tapering them down, all the symptoms came back really, really badly. So I didn't really have problems with my feet, but when I went off the steroids, like the big joints that attach to your big toes are huge now. All the toes hurt. Just bad. My feet are really bad right now. So I saw the rheumatologist again yesterday, and he looked me over and he said, you know, the blood tests came back normal that the doctor ordered, but I'm going to order more, which are more precise test for lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. He's also tested me things for like lymphoma and leukemia. He doesn't think I have that, but they need to test for that just to be cautious, because sometimes when you have that, it can give you problems like arthritis and like bone marrow leaking into your joints. Please don't think I have that, because he really doesn't. He thinks it's RA, but you know. So I went and had like 7 blood tests yesterday. And he did start treating me like it's rheumatoid arthritis, because that's what he thinks it is. So I'm on immune suppressant drugs. I'm on a non-steroid anti-inflammatory drug, which is super strong. So he gave me a pill for your stomach, a Zantac, so I don't get ulcers, because you can get ulcers and stomach bleeding from that one. So that's where I am. I either have like lupus. I either have like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis or something. So I've been very, 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 very ill lately. I don't feel well. Everything I do is effort, because I'm in so much pain and just weak too. My joints are weak. If I walk to the bus stop, my son likes me to walk home with him. If I walk to the bus stop, by the time I'm home, my knees are buckling. You know, I can't, they're very weak and shaky, and then my legs are shaky, so, and my feet are just pain, and it's terrible. But I'm really hopeful that the medication he gave me will work. I've only been on it for a day, and that the test that he ordered will show what exactly is wrong. It's like he said though, with RA, it doesn't always show up on the blood test, and sometimes they have to give you an MRI, and sometimes they have to take a biopsy of what's on the joint, and then it will show up on that. It sucks, and what's affected the most is, well, everything's affected. Everything is hard for me to do. I can't hold things. If I'm holding things, even just like a water bottle in my hand, I'll involuntarily drop things without even knowing that I'm dropping them, because my grip is very weak. And but what's affecting me most is the fact that it's really hard for me to do cross stitching now. But I know it'll get better, even if it is some kind of terrible immune disorder, autoimmune disorder. And I'm hopeful, you know, it's hard, but it'll get better. So I want to tell you guys that, just in case you're just like, why doesn't she ever make videos? It's just because I'm not well. I'm sick, and I need to get better. And that's that. So that being said, let me show you what I have been working on with stitching. You know, it's slowed down for me a lot. I used to be a marathon stitcher where I would stitch for hours a day, you know, with rest in between. But now it's just, I can stitch for maybe a couple hours a week, maybe an hour a week. I found out yesterday that it depends on the count of the fabric that I'm working on as to how easy of a time I'm gonna have stitching. I was working on something that was on 40 count linen, and I realized yesterday when I started something on 28 count linen that 40 count linen is really hard to stitch on when you have problems with your fingers and hands, because I have a hard time holding on to things, especially something so tiny with your fingertips, and the needles for 40 count obviously are very small. It's very hard. But the 28 count thing that I was working on yesterday, I was able to work on that for about, I'd say, an hour, and it's difficult, but it wasn't as difficult. It's not so much that it's painful, but it's awkward, and it's awkward because you keep dropping the needle, and for something that I've done for so long, for it to be like, I feel like maybe like an invalid. I don't know. I feel just stupid when I try to do it, but it'll get better. So anyways, I have some whips. I have 2 finishes. One's going to be in a picture because I gave it away. And I have some goodies that I got. So let me show you the finish first that I have here. I think the last time we saw each other, as far as cross stitch goes, I was working on this, but I did finish it. It was for the Valentine's Day stitch along on Cross Stitch and Discuss 2, and it was this photo booth Valentine cute little teddy bear thing from Bank Creek. I don't remember the name of it. It's really, really cute. And I forgot to tell you guys. The last time I made a video I was bitching about how I can't do French knots, but if you guys look, their eyes are French knots because I actually learned how to do the French knots. Yay! Ildi, who is the cross stitch Joyle on here, she actually is my friend on Facebook and we're friends, and she gave me a really good piece of advice. She said, use both of your hands and you'll be able to do them. And I was actually trying to do the French knot with one hand, and that was my problem. It obviously just kept pulling through. So now I totally get it, and they're not perfect. Not all of them are the same, and I'm still working on it, but I do get how to do them now, so I'm excited about that. I'm giving this to my husband. He's already seen it. I gave it to him for Valentine's Day, but I need to frame it. I have been framing a lot of my past stitches to put on the wall, but I need to stain the frame that I have for this. I got it at like a little junk shop. I bought a frame that had a really ugly flower picture in it, but it's a really light color and I wanted to make it a darker frame. Okay, I know I mentioned that I'm working on something that's on 40 count linen, and it is this little adorable, I want to call it a sampler, I don't think it's a sampler, this little adorable piece from Heartstring Samplery. It's called Gather Ye Tulips, and it looks like that. Now this is a totally me kind of pattern. We know I'm whimsical and I love cute, adorable stuff like this. This is me riding a deer, that's how I see that. I would totally ride a deer through a field of tulips and be like, yay, I'm riding a deer. But I decided to do this for a stitch along on Cross Stitch and Discuss 2. It runs from March 21st to June 21st for spring, and if you do it and you get it done in time, you get entered into winning a surprise goodie bag. I don't know if I'm going to have this done in time because, like I said, this is the one that's on 40 count, and 40 count is very hard for me to stitch on right now. I'm doing this 2 over 2. Even though it's on 40 count, I like how it looks better than 1 over 2 for this particular piece. I don't care what the rules are for that. It's my stitch. Go away. I make the rules. But I'm doing it, like I said, 2 over 2 on Weeks Dye Works Beige, because that's what it said to do it on, and I like this. But that's my progress so far. Again, I think I would have been a lot farther if my hands weren't hating on me right now. But it's adorable. It's so cute. Look at the little deer face. And it's fun. It's a fun pattern. It's a fun little stitch, and I like it. Okay, I mentioned that I am working on a 28 count piece, and it's this one called You Are My Lobster by Quaker Style. Is that? No. By RETM. I never heard of them. I never seen another pattern by them, but I saw this on 123 Stitches website. I was purchasing some gifts for a friend and myself, and I saw this and I said, I'm going to stitch this for my husband for his birthday because my husband is my lobster. Absolutely, and I thought he would love this so much. We are totally lobster kind of people. We love lobster and we love going to places where they have lobster. And I thought it was cute, and I think he'll like it a lot. This is what it looks like. You Are My Lobster. I started this yesterday. I worked on it for like an hour, and this is my progress. Slow and steady takes the race. So it's like, you know, it's not, I didn't stitch a lot, but I stitched, and I was, you know, happy to get done what I did. I was proud of myself, like, yeah, you go, you stitch, you could do this. Okay, I do have some progress on Stone Roses. I worked on it for a while, a couple weeks, and then I gave it a rest because I needed a rest. Stone Roses is very heavy for me to hold with my hands hurting, and Stone Roses, I found out, is something that I can work on for a long, long time, and it just doesn't look like I'm getting anywhere with it. But I don't remember where I was the last time I showed you this. I think I was somewhere down here in the blue on this side, but this is my progress on it. My fabric is wrinkled really bad on this one, but it'll get washed and ironed when it's done. Is it crooked? There you go. I think you can see that. I hate that I have to hold it up and then like hide behind it like I'm some kind of criminal or something. But hiding like a thief in the night. Okay. I really hope to get this done in 2015, but I'm kind of not making that my goal anymore. It has really nothing to do with not feeling well. So I'm optimistic that I'll be better soon. I think it just has to do with that. I like to take my time on that one. I find it that it's a leisure thing for me. When I'm stitching on stone roses, I take my time. I don't stitch fast on it for some reason. I'm just like, maybe it's the pattern. It seems like a very regal and lovely pattern. So I'm just like watching my shows. So I don't think I'm gonna finish that this year. I think I'll finish it when it's done, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know. It's just I just don't feel like it's something to be rushed. So I showed you I was doing the Abbey by Nancy Spurns the last time I saw you guys. So this is my progress on that. I worked a lot on this. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of fractional stitches, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. But I like working on this. However, I was working on this on Monday this week, and I did the bottom here of the steps was left open. And then I went to take it across here and I counted it out. You know, it's counted cross stitch, and I looked up and it wasn't lining up with this. So I'm like, something is off up here. Something. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know, we all do this. We all frog and screw things up. And I'm just like, I can't find where it is, and I'm hoping and praying, please God, please don't tell me I have to frog this. Because if I have to frog this, I'm putting this into my craft room and I will pick it up again in 2017 or something like that, because I can't even. I have never had to frog something so big, so please guys, pray with me to the gods of cross stitch that it's not as bad as I think it is. I'm hoping that it's just like, I counted it out here and it's off one on here, but this lines up right here. So I just can't. So it's either, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to frog this or this, but if that's the case, then I'll see you in a couple of years. That's friggin' annoying. I've never had to frog that much. I heard stories of people who've had to frog that much, and I totally, every time I see that, I'm like, oh God, I'll pray for you, sister, or brother, if you're a brother. I'll pray for you. You get through it. So I ask you guys to do the same. Okie dokie, it's haul time. I feel evil. We had Nashville Needlework Show back in February. I like to partake in the Nashville Needlework Show because that's when the new stuff comes out for spring usually. The online needlework show is right now, and I did glance at the page, and there's one thing on there that I want, and I don't feel like it's worth it to put an order in and pay shipping for one thing when it's probably going to be around forever. It's not a limited edition, so I know you guys are like, Emma, order it. No, don't enable me. I don't want it. I ordered from 123stitch.com to get my friend some stuff because I wanted to send her a little gift. And I sent her some stuff, so if you're on Cross Stitch and Discuss too, you know what I'm talking about. And I ordered a lot of the same stuff for me because we have the same taste. We're like identical when it comes to cross stitching and a lot of stuff. We're like kindred spirits, like in Anna Green Gables. I don't know. I think I would be the Anne and she would be the Diana because I have red hair, but she doesn't have dark hair. So it's weird. I don't know. Anyways, it's nice to have friends online. It is. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is this pattern called Breeds of Sheep, and I did get one of these for my friend because she likes sheep too. How adorable. You are so cute. I never really saw this pattern, but I saw it on 123 Stitches website, and it says copyright 1990. So it's quite old of a pattern, but I've never seen it. I haven't decided if I wanted to do it like this or look at that. Look at the little ornaments of sheeps. Sheep ornaments are really cute. I could imagine that I would do those and then just like hang them all through my house. I could hang them all through my house, and then when guests come over, be like, there's a sheep in every room. I'm like, can you find them all? I'll give you a prize. But I kind of like the border and how all the breeds are written there, so maybe I'll just do it like that. Maybe I'll do it both ways. I don't know. I haven't decided, but it's cute. Okay, so then the next thing I got was this By the Bay Needle Arts Blossoms and the Bees pattern. This is a discontinuing pattern. They are not making any more of these. They're not printing anymore. So if you want to get this and you can find it, get it, because you're not going to be able to find it soon. I can't believe it. Like, this one's adorable. Why would you discontinue this? Look, bees. I think you guys know I'm becoming a beekeeper. My bees are set to come the 23rd. That's really soon. That's next week. The first bees are coming on the 23rd. They're actually going up to my father-in-law's house. And then our bees are coming the week after that. They're staying here. We're going to have 3 hives of bees. And I will make a video and show you guys our garden and our bees where they are. And it'll be so much fun. But anyways, this pattern came with this felt to make your beehive pin cushion that's on the front there. That thing. And it didn't come with the bee pins, but it came with this pin. I don't know why, but I will find bee pins, or I will make the bee pins. It looks like they were made out of probably paper, maybe like this is, but I'll figure it out. It says you can buy them on their Etsy shop, but you can't buy them on their Etsy shop because they don't have them there. They do have this pattern though there, and it says this is discontinuing, so get it now. They discontinue like all the best patterns. I don't even see a point of why you discontinue a pattern. Stop it! The next pattern that I got is called Bewitching by Hindsight. I think that's how you say that. And when I saw this, I said I have to have this. I'm going to do this for a stitch along in October for, I think it probably starts, I don't know when it starts, I forgot. But for Cross Stitch and Discuss 2, and it's going to be the Halloween stitch along. It's called Bewitching. And how adorable is that? It's a witch's hat that's a beehive with bees. Aw, right? This is done in DMC floss, so that's good. I always like things that are done in DMC because I probably have all the floss already. It did come with the little charms and beads, and that's that. I got this little kit that was from Shepherd's Bush that came out with the Nashville Needlework Show. It's Be Joyful, they're scissor fobs, but I'm going to probably just make them ornaments, or, yeah, I'm not going to frame them, they're tiny, but I'll make them ornaments. Bee, which has bees, and Joyful, which has sheep. How perfect is that? That's adorable, like really, like perfect. Then from the Nashville Needlework Show that came out this year from the Little House Needleworks is this adorable little kit. It came with the floss, and it's called Giving Thanks. It says, I'm thankful for my daily bread and also my cross-stitch thread. They said this is a limited edition. They say that about a lot of the Little House Needleworks that come out in Nashville, but I think what is limited edition is the one that comes with the floss. I don't think the pattern is, because I've seen the patterns from Nashville still available for sale now. So, like, I get them every year because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get them, but I see them for sale like months later. Do you know what I mean? So this is really cute. I've seen a lot of people already done these on Facebook and the such, but this is cute. Look at that. I'm thankful for my daily bread and also for my cross-stitch thread. It's cute. Last week was spring break, and my son wanted to go to the little thrift store, kind of like a flea market thing we have in, not my town, but the next town over. And I stopped in there, and sometimes you can get really lucky and you can find some cross-stitch stuff in there, and I found some kits that were like $3 each. Some of them are, let me get them out for you. Some of them are not going to be like usable as far as the fabric goes, because you can see inside that the fabric's not good. I can try to wash it maybe. I never thought of that until now. But the patterns are good and the floss looks okay, so I'm excited, and they were really a bargain. This one is cute. It says, "Stay away, I'm crabby today." I'm a crab today. And that's cute. Look at that. This crab. Rawr. I'm crabby. Then I picked up this kit. It's from Heritage Collection by Elsa Williams. I've never heard of that. It says something in German, it looks like, but it says instructions in Espanol, French, German, hopefully in English. Well, it says English on here, English words, so. But Heritage Collection by Elsa Williams, counter cross stitch kit, floral brocade, and it's a really pretty like flower wreath. I liked it. I don't normally gravitate towards these kinds of kits or patterns, but I like it. It's springy and it's pretty. And then I got two kits that are Hummel kits. You guys know I like Hummels. I collect them and they're just so cute. And this one is called Telling Her Secret. Adorable, right? And this one's called Sunny Weather. And then I got one more kit, and this one's from Dimensions. It looks like it's an older one, and it's from Debbie Munn. It's a Christmas kit, but it's really cool because around the border it has all the months with like kind of a month theme. Like October has a pumpkin, and November a scarecrow, August a beehive. So I like this a lot, and it says keep Christmas spirit all year long. So I was thinking that I might, depending on the size when I open it, do this for a Christmas stitch along if we have one. I'm not sure because I know in November there's going to be a Chatterlane stitch along that I'm going to take part in, so we'll see how much work that one is for me. But I really, really like this kit. This is adorable. I mean, it doesn't look big to me, but I guess it is. It's 14 by 15. Well, no, this is 14 by 15 frame size. So, but it's a lot of thread, so it must be pretty big. So anyways, that's all I have to show you guys today, and I apologize if this video is painfully long. I just felt like I really needed to tell you guys what was going on with me so you know. I plan to get better. I'm going to get better. I know I am. I'm a strong person. I don't really let things get me down that much. But right now I do need to kind of take care of myself and make sure that I do get better. I appreciate all your patience. If you guys are looking for other videos, I will be back when I can, when I feel better. But thank you for, always checking up on me and still watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I love all your comments and your emails and all your messages that you guys send me, and I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Bye! You are my lobster. Better, and we know that I'm Winslet. I mentioned that I have a hair here that's like itching me. It's itching me so bad. And he'll take the giant knife and he'll just be like, and I'm like, why did you do that in front of me? You're still moving. And I've cried about it before. Like if I have PMS and he murders a lobster in front of me, I'm like, oh, and he looks at me like, you're gonna eat this as soon as it's done. Why are you acting like that? And he's right. Oh, this friggin' thing. The omelet, like all of the little mouse